So can we install Mac OS Catalina on an unsupported Mac? So yesterday, the first public beta of Mac OS Catalina got released, and I'm wondering, can an unsupported Mac run it with a few tweaks and a bit of a patcher involved? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is to get an unsupported Mac. So what I have chosen is
for the best of the best of the best.
That's right, I've chosen the best of the best Mac you could possibly get, what is of the unsupported line, and that is a Mac Pro. What this model here is, it is a 2009 model, and it is of the 4.1 or 4.1 model. But what I have done is I have done a firmware upgrade to this model already, so it acts like a 2012 5.5.1 model. So that means then it can actually run Mojave if you had the right graphics card put inside it. So that's exactly what I've done. I've stuck inside this machine here a GTX 680, and voila, it can run Mojave. But I'm wondering now, can it run Catalina? So let's get started in how we're going to download Catalina and how we're going to install it onto this Mac Pro right here. So to install Catalina on a unsupported Mac, you will need a Mac to begin with. You can actually probably use, or you can actually use the actual Mac that you're going to actually install Catalina on, as long as you've got a Mac OS already running on it, like this one I've got here. This is my other Mac Pro that I have, and at the moment it's running Mojave. So what we need to do is we need to go to the Mac OS Catalina patcher site, and this is created by dsodude1.com/Catalina, and you can see the web address there, and I put it in the description below this video as well. So there are a few notes, and that is this should only be used for testing only at this point. There is no APF patch included at this time, so this basically means that you've got to have a unsupported Mac that had APFS support already running on it. So for example, the Mac Pro, what I'm using, did have APF support already running on it because Mojave could run on it. But in the future, hopefully this will be resolved. And obviously the other thing as well, saying that there probably will be some bugs, but let's download that to begin with. I've been referred to a famous Google Drive, and let's download. Now that's all downloaded, let's just minimize this down, and let's just open up the patcher. There we go. Just double click on that. Tell me I've downloaded it from the internet, so I'm just going to click open, because it's fine. Oh, there we go, it's popped up behind. So Mac OS Catalina patcher, click continue, I'm going to do that. Acknowledgements of contributors, click continue. I don't have a copy yet, so what I'm going to do is, and quite a lot of you guys will probably need to do, is download a copy. So I'm going to select that, and it's saying it's going to download it straight from Apple, and I'm going to click the start the download. Now as this is over 6 meg, in fact looking at it you probably can't see it here, but it's almost actually 7 gigs, sorry, not 6 meg, 7 gigabytes, 6,951.9 megabytes. That's basically 6,952 meg, or in another term, this is about 7,000 megabytes, so almost 7 gigs. So I'm going to leave this run because my internet speed is around about 60 megabits per second. So we're going to leave this run, and then once it's downloaded, we will continue. Now that Mac OS Catalina has downloaded successfully, what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this onto a USB now, and this is the option that's come up here. You could either install it to this machine, create a bootable installer, or create an ISO image. So I'm going to do the good old USB method, and this is an Apple screen. It's got USB ports on the back, so excuse me if you see my head. I'm just going to plug this in. And what we want to do is we just want to make sure that this disk, or this USB, is wiped first. So what we want to do is go to the Spotlight Finder, type in disk utility like I have here. We're just going to select that drive, I'm just going to erase it. We want to erase it as the GUID partition map, and that's Mac OS extended. So I'm going to call this the OSX installer. I'm going to click erase. It won't take too long. Fantastic, now that's done. Close that down. So we're now going to select create a bootable installer, and then we're going to scroll over. There it is, OSX installer. Select that, and then we're going to click start. It says all contents on this OSX installer will be erased. Are you sure you want to continue? I'm going to say yes. And I'm just going to put in my password. So I'm just going to move this away a second. And now, as you can see, it is starting. And once this is completed, we'll resume the video. And there we go, all completed. So basically now it says it's ready to be used, the USB, and basically all I have to do is plug it into my unsupported Mac, what's that, Mac Pro, and then basically I've got to boot off the drive, and we'll see what it does. Let's give it a go then. Just on a side note, before I put this USB installer into this Mac Pro I've got right here, what we're going to be using as the unsupported Mac to install Catalina on it, I have got a metal enabled graphics card already inside this Mac Pro. This Mac Pro did come with a GT120 graphics card, what I no longer have anymore, and I'm unsure if that is supported, because I know Mojave and onwards basically you had to have metal enabled cards, but there again the patcher does allow you to install Mojave on machines that do not have the right graphics card or a metal enabled graphics card, but I'm unsure for Catalina. All I know is that this is a metal enabled card, so it should work. Maybe somebody could leave a comment below for this video and tell me if a GT120 works, yay or nay, and then maybe I can pin that post up. So let's begin, and let's put the USB into the Mac Pro, and let's see now if it will fire off it. So with the USB now, I'm just going to plug it into the Mac Pro here, plug that in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on in a second. But after I turn it on, what we want to do is hold down the Option button or the Alt button on your keyboard. So I'm just going to power it on. I'm going to wait for the dong, I'm going to hold down the button. So I'm holding down the Alt button now, or the Option button, whatever you want to call it. And we just want it to now display the USB and the normal hard drive as a boot option. And there we go. I don't know if you can see this, but it says Macintosh SSD hard drive, what's already inside the Mac Pro. And then we've also got the Mac OS base system, it's this orange one, it's the orange one you want to pick, what's the USB logo, because that is our USB installer here. So I'm going to select that. Now while this is booting, I'm just going to fast forward this video. Now that everything has booted up, I've just zoomed in on the screen a little bit more closer so you can see what I am doing. Excuse the noise of the Mac Pro, that's the one thing about Mac Pros, they have a lot of fans in them so they're a bit noisy, and it is on the desk near the camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select English, that's the language I speak in, and select that and click next. We've got the Mac OS recovery screen, just checking the hard drives that are inside. Fantastic. So what we want to do first of all is we want to format the hard drive that's inside your Mac, and we want to click on Disk Utility. Now at the time of making this video, as I said, you have to format the hard drive as APFS. It already is APFS as you can see here, but I'm going to format it, and your Mac has to natively be able to do that. This 2009 MacBook has that ability built in because it could do it with Mojave and it can do it with High Sierra, and you can see it working here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the view to show all devices, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this. I'm going to call it OSX, and we want to change it to just APFS and erase. Once this is complete, we'll continue on. And there we go, that was quicker than I thought, to be honest. So we're going to click done, and we're going to now press the cross on here. And what we're going to do is select reinstall Mac OS. Now if you can see it there, the logo has changed to the Catalina logo. So what we're going to do is we're going to click continue, and hopefully it'll ask us which drive we want to install Catalina onto, and there we go, it says it's the beta. Click continue, and agree to terms and conditions, agree again, and there we go. What we have here is, because I've got a Mac Pro, I've got 2 hard drives inside it, I've got my storage, and I've got my SSD one here, what we just wiped, so I'm going to select that one, and I'm going to click install. And there we go. We are now installing Catalina on an unsupported Mac. Now what will happen shortly is that this will get to the end. When it gets to the end, the Mac will restart. When it restarts, we want to hold down the Option Alt key again, and we want to come back to the main recovery window, what we were at before, where we had the choice of language. We want to get back to that point. So I'll leave this record, and you'll see the reboot, and we'll go from there. Just a quick note, the Mac has rebooted and it's continuing with its install, as you can see here. Nothing to worry about. Okay guys, the Mac has just finished the install, it's just restarting. I'm waiting for the chime. I'm going to hold down the Alt Option button again. I'll wait to boot from the USB. And there we go. Let's boot into the USB, and we're now going to do the patcher part. I'll fast forward this bit of the video again to get to the main menu. Back at the Mac OS utility screen again. Apologies if you can hear the Mac Pro whirring in the background. It has just installed the brand new operating system on it. So what we want to do now is we want to select this bottom option down here, the Mac OS post install, select continue, and it's going to ask us to pick which volume we're on. So the one that has got it is this one here. I'm guessing it is the data. So we want to select that. Okay, it's not that one. We want to select OSX then. That's the correct one. So do not select the data one, select OSX. And I've just noticed there it says install non-metal video card patches. So maybe the GT120 is covered in this, but I'm not sure. Give it a check out guys if you've got a GT120 in a Mac Pro. But I'm sure that other MacBook Pros, MacBook Airs, or MacBook Minis, or Mac Minis, sorry, or MacBooks might be able to work with that as well, ticks. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to click the patch button. And it says here, applying the main patches. Now that is complete, we have a reboot button here. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to press reboot, and hopefully we should now boot into Mac OS Catalina, and let's see. So we're booting up now for the first time, and let's see if we will boot to the main screen where we will have to enter in details of like logging onto the internet and things like that. This is looking hopeful. I'm Mac Pro is whirring up though. And there we go, that's fantastic. We're on the language page. So let's follow these steps through. I'm, believe it or not, if you've not noticed, from the United Kingdom. Written and spoken language, they're fine. It's all different. How do I want to connect to the internet? I'm going to say I'm not going to connect to the internet at this moment because this is just a test machine. It says some services won't work, so I'm going to continue anyway. Nope. I don't want to transfer my data. I just want to get it set up and working to see it works. I'll accept the terms and conditions. And I'm just going to put my name in here for now. And just for everyone to know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on this one. Because it's a test machine, I don't really care that you know the password. Because I'm going to wipe this Mac afterwards, because it's just for test purposes to show you guys that it can work. Let's continue. We'll leave everything at Express setup. And we'll click continue. Analytics as well. Oh, screen time, that's a new one. We'll set that up later. Oh, look at this. So we've got light, dark and auto. I'm going to select auto mode on this one. And we'll click continue. I must say though, if you have got the patched graphics, you might want to select dark mode. I remember with the patch Mojave, that's what you had to select because light mode wasn't really light. It looks like we're about to log in for the first time onto the desktop. Let's find out. We're on it. Let's see if it recognises my wired keyboard. Next to the shift button. I'll skip that for now. We'll click done. This looks like Catalina to me. It's one way to find out. There we go then guys, about this Mac. We are on the beta. This is a Mac Pro. Now a little bit more closer, I don't know if you can see it a bit better now. We're on the Mac Pro, 10.15 beta, 2.6 GHz Intel Xeon, 8GB RAM, GT680 2GB inside it. Just to show you guys a bit more detail, I'm going to click the system report. Just to show you guys, it is a Mac Pro 5.1, you can see it here. And this is not actually supported. And there we go. Mac OS Catalina is now installed on an unsupported device. Well, there we go guys. That there just proves to you this is a Mac Pro what is unsupported to run Catalina, and it can run Catalina. I must just advise though, this is a beta software, so you might find some bugs or some problems coming along with this. At the same time as well, being it's a patch version, the patches will get better in time as well for Catalina, but its main principle here to show you guys that you can install Catalina on an unsupported Mac. So give it a go on your MacBooks and your MacBook Pros and MacBook Airs and Mac Minis and all those different machines there, and even the Mac Pro like I've done here, and let me know how you guys get on. Leave some comments down below. At the same time as well guys, if you have enjoyed watching this video, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. At the same time, I'm going to be making lots more videos like this, and I've got some videos like this from old unsupported Macs, and also guides on how to speed up your Mac and things like this. So please do subscribe to my channel, and if you also enjoyed the video, please do press that thumbs up, like. Until next time guys, I will see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.